Welcome in, everybody. Hey, great to see you. This is Pastor David B. Mills. Hey, now listen, I'm your host for The Blueprint. We want to be able to give you tools and equipment to build a great life with. We want to give you the tools and equipment to build a great life with. And we believe the Word of God is the blueprint that will help you build it, without a doubt. Listen, you already know our goal here is to be able to impact 5 million men with 5 million women, to be able to encourage and build up families all over the country. And so we're going to do that with the blueprint. We want to put these tools in your hand. We do it 3 ways. One, a bi-monthly podcast that comes out on YouTube, so you can catch it every other week with incredible men from around the country, leaders, business owners, pastors, authors, from all different cultures. But they'll give you wisdom for the season you're in, for the season to come. But also, along with that, we also have our Facebook and Instagram page. Both of those are out there. You can go to them every day to get encouragement, strength, insight, wisdom on a day-to-day basis and be able to get that. Then finally, we have our in-person empowerment blueprint, where we bring in men from culture, from different areas we go to different areas, and we bring in people for leadership, for relationship, and for finances. The blueprint is when a man gets the ideal of who he is in God and understands how to manage those things in relationship, finances, and leadership, he can build an incredible life. So today, I want to welcome you into another version and another view of the blueprint. And today I have an incredible guest with me, as I always do, none other than the incredible and the phenomenal Dr. Robert Dowell. Welcome in, sir.
Praise the Lord. Glad to be here with you, Dr. Mills, on the blueprint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, I'm thankful, man of God, for who you are in my life and for my life. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the value, the wisdom, the insight that you bring my world. Without you, some stuff just wouldn't have been processed or produced. So thank you for being a producer for me and in my heart, my vision, my life, and in my world. I mean that. I appreciate you. Love you, man, for that. Let me give you the professional background, because I think they might need that too. All right. He is a digital creator. He is a senior pastor of New Life Fellowship Church in Lawton, Oklahoma. He is also the Bible president of New Life Bible College and Seminary. That's right. He's a bad man. All right. So he's also studied at Weber University, Cameron University, and he has been married for over 30-something years. And he has five male sons: Michael, Marcus, Marcellus, Maurice, and Marquez. He's an incredible man of God, an incredible friend, and I thank God for his life for me. I mean that. Welcome in, Dr. Dowell.
We're glad to be here. Same to you, Pastor Mills, Dr. Mills. You've been a blueprint in my life. The anointing on your life with marriage and the ministry called family, how you matriculate through the scriptures and the word of God. So you definitely being a blueprint that I've been able to use to cause my life to be better, cause me to live better, do better, and release brilliance in my life. So we salute you, Dr. Mills. It's my honor. I got it from you. And I don't quote you. I quote you now when I'm on your podcast. But if I'm out of place, I won't quote you. But, men give gifts for pleasure. But often, as I say, when I'm on the road speaking, but God gives gifts for purpose.
Come on, sir.
And so, I thank God that you really are a gift from God in my life, and just your wisdom and insight. And so I'm honored to be here with you today.
Wow. Thank you so much, man of God. Listen, help me with this, man. On here, man, we talk about when you look out in culture, man, you look in society, man, what do you see when you see manhood? What do you see?
I see a couple of things. I see manhood is under attack. Manhood is under attack. That there's a war going on. And we know the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, and we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. But I see manhood is under attack, and it's trying to be distorted. It's trying to be destroyed because it has not been properly defined. And so it's under attack because it's being distorted with images. It's been hadn't been defined. And so the enemy, if he can define it in the wrong way, he can destroy it. And so that's what I see what's going on with men. But I see that's one side of the coin. I believe if any coin is legitimate, there's always two sides of the coin.
Come on, sir.
On one side, it's trying to be distorted. It's trying to be destroyed. It's trying to be defined in the wrong way. But on the other side, I see what God is doing. God is raising up men.
Yes.
He's raising up men that have a blueprint for success. On one side, God is raising up men to be real men. I like to call it the terminology, the language that we like to use is God is raising up real men And
Yeah.
those real men, they have a blueprint in their hand. And
Yes.
those real men, what God is doing, he's raising up reliable men,
Yeah.
men that can be relied upon
Yes.
in their work, in their
Mm,
worship, with their woman.
come on, man.
There could be effective men that move in excellence in every
Come on.
dimension. Excellent at home, excellent on the job, excellent at church, excellent at
Mm,
work, excellent in the community, excellent in their health, excellent in
yeah.
their wealth,
Mm,
excellent in their finances. Real
mm,
men and in that anointed men,
yeah.
men who are just not dependent upon their degrees, their social status,
Mm,
their strength, because they know it's not by might nor by power, but by
come
God's
on.
spirit. Men that have
Yeah.
oil on their life,
Come
and not
on.
just oil in the pulpit, oil
Come
in the
on, man.
marketplace, oil on the football field, on the basketball court,
Yes.
oil in every dimension. And then the
Mhm.
last thing, when I say they're real men, they're leaders,
Yes, sir.
men that lead. And when
Yes,
we
sir.
lead, we don't take our marching orders from the world, but we get our marching orders from God. So
Yeah.
men that are leading, not following,
Yeah.
but that are leading, that are pace setters. So that's
Yeah.
what God is doing. At the same time, the enemy's doing that, but he ain't not doing God. God is raising up men. And I thank God for this blueprint that's
Mm,
helping give those real men a blueprint in their hands so they can build what God has called them to build. Because it take a
right.
real man to build.
Come on, sir. Yes, sir. I listen, Doc Dowell, you already. I'm about to shut the whole thing down now. But all right. But anyway, I agree with you with everything you said. I really do, and I think that we live in an age, unfortunately, man, that is focused on deconstruction. So I want to deconstruct systems, education, foundations, finances, relationships, manhood, identity. But they ain't constructing nothing. And so the idea is while you tearing down, you ain't building nobody up. And so the ideal, you when you don't know the ideal of what the creator meant, the creation meant, you have no idea what you're dealing with. So I think it's like you said, on one side, I see all the misconstrued of what manhood is. On the other side, I see something in being able to be built up, strengthened, and encouraged in this season and walk this thing out. I know from my own challenge, I can see both sides of the coin that I was. I remember growing up emotionally incarcerated, verbally constipated, okay, without direction, without discipline, without a vision. Oh, I was a mess. But anyway, I realized that was a lot of it was environment, a lot of it was climate, and a lot of it was my own choice of wanting having an acceptance rather than an assignment.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
So I wanted to accept, and because everything they told me it would make a man didn't. I smoked it, it didn't work. I went with the girl, it didn't work. I drunk it, didn't work. None of that stuff worked, and so it didn't make me anything. So I ended up, messed up rather than a man. And Paul says that there's a process that we know what. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I was a child, but when I became a man, I put that childish things away. And I think that sometimes that while we have these relationships and have concepts on the corner and in the barbershop, they're going to tell us one thing, but they ain't going to tell us how to process as a man. You're not going to tell me the ideal that, these manhood has stages to it. You know what I mean? It's malehood. I call it malehood now because you only a male when you first born. You're a male. That's all. You ain't a man. And I don't care if you're 3 and you only male in the house, you still ain't the man. But it's malehood, then you go boyhood, childhood, then young man. Then you should go husband, then fatherhood, then a grand man. There's stages to this. And if we can get the ideal that walk through that process with people and encourage them, we can get them to their future. Because I know what it was to be a consumer. I knew it was to be carnal. I knew it was to just have a conquering spirit. And I left a collateral damage everywhere I went. But I also know now, coming to the kingdom, coming to Christ, and him being the one that lays down the blueprint of my life, what it is that now cultivate. That now I get to cultivate whatever I come into. I get to water it, nurture it, benefit it, surround it, ferment it until it brings forth its own fruit in its own life. Now I get to be the cultivator. Now I get to be the cover. Now I get to be the curator of the kingdom that I'm in. So the idea, when I understand that's what I'm called to do, I get to be a blueprint. And man, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Man,
Now that I learned it.
that's awesome, Pastor Dave. And what I see in that, as the world is not passive, they're active and they're aggressive
Oh
with their
yes.
cause of
Come on, man.
deconstruction.
Mm.
We're trying to redefine, we're trying
Every,
to distort and to destroy manhood. And we know it's a diabolical plan of the enemy
Oh yeah.
to get at the man, so that if he can destroy the man, the husband, and then the house won't be band together.
Come on, man.
So having said that, then I think it's incumbent upon us, Pastor Dave, as men, that we have to have that same intensity.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh
why I
yes.
salute you.
Oh yes.
What you're doing with the blueprint is being a part of the solution, meaning that men need models.
Yes.
Men need mentors.
Yes.
Men need people to motivate them.
Oh yes. Oh yes,
Then we
sir.
but we have to have a missionary spirit.
Come on, man.
What I mean, to go out into the YMCAs, to go out
Come
into
on.
the different spheres, into the marketplace, into our
Mm,
communities, to
mm.
go out, reach them, and compel them to
Yes.
come in. And so I think that's why I celebrate this, but we had to have that mentality. If the enemy is trying to uh, uh, bring people together to destroy them, then we have to have that same missionary spirit, that we're going to go galvanize them so God can build them up. And so I think that's what God want to do. And he's using things like the blueprint to help us, and men that are watching this. He don't want us to just see this to be passive.
Come on,
He
man.
wanted to arm us. That's why I
Come
said
on.
we need a missionary spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about learning so that we can go mentor.
Oh yes,
We
sir.
can go
I so
model.
love
And what you know what a model do, they get out and strut. we got to let our light shine. I'm the model with your car, model
Oh, come on,
with
man.
your fitness. What do you
Come
mean?
on.
Not for your glory, but with people to say, man, how did you get cut
Yeah.
in the six pack? I
Yeah.
protein, but let me tell you about a God that really protein.
Come on, man.
Out the
Come on.
car and your whip that you got in the car show. See, now
Mm.
all these things that look like toys become
Yes.
tools
Yes.
that we
I
can
so
reach
love
and
that.
train others. And so that's
Mm.
how he want men to move in every spirit. And I think we need to have that missionary spirit
Yeah.
in our dimension,
Yeah.
in our area of grace and effectiveness. And God is wanting to raise up men to be able to do that. And so I'm excited. You know, there's an oil on this platform. There's an oil
No,
on
I
the
love
blueprint,
that,
man.
man.
I
I
feel
love those.
oil.
I love all them M's. I'm gonna try to tell you straight up. I'm about to put them in there with meals and a mission, meals and a mentor. I'm about to put some with that. All right, but that thing encouraged me, man. I mean it, because I think too, man, is that twofold. One of them is, man, I was trying to tell this young guy. He said, well, when you think of manhood, what do you think of? I said, I think it's different between a boy and a man. He's like, what do you mean? I said, boys are about eyes, but men are about T's. He said, what are you talking about? I said, see, boys are about themselves. Is what's going to please me. What can I get? What's in it for me? How can I get something for myself and my own flesh? And how can I do that? But men, we about T's: accountability, maturity, humility, loyalty, longevity. Come on, humility. We about T's. We're not about I's. And so it's a different mentality that goes along with manhood, that it goes along with responsibility, integrity. Yeah, men are about T's. They're not about I's. And when we get the idea of putting that into their mindset, we can help them process it. I was talking to a young man the other day, Dowell. He scared me, man. I said, listen, he said, what is going on with men, Pastor Dave? I said, well, he said, what's the broad view? I said, the broad view, we came through a whole lot of processes, but we still can get the blueprint to be who we call to be. He said, what do you mean processes? I said, you know what? We went through a season where we were silent. We were present, but we were just silent because men didn't express. Then we became present and silent. Then we became absent. I mean, if you go through the 80s, the 90s, it was war on drugs, but only in our neighborhood. I mean, everybody's going to prison. You know what I mean? The whole issue that I said, yeah. So then they were absent. I said, then we got this one. I said, what would you call it? And this is what he said to me, Dowell. Well, we indifferent. I said, hold up, talk to me, man. Why are you indifferent? He says, because, man, all the women got all the education and all the money, and we ain't got it. And we don't know if we really want to do the work to have all of that. I said, don't know. What do you mean? I'm like, this is part of your character, part of your nature, to be a leader, to honor, to lead in culture. He said, yeah, but I know, man, but some of us, we didn't see it. And so we're indifferent to it. Matter of fact, it scared me down. I was at the first time it ever happened to me in 59 years. I was at a wedding. After the wedding, man, the bride went to go throw the bouquet. They called the people to the floor, and they had to call the women 4 times. 4 times that I had to call the women because their mentality of relationship was so jacked up. This how jacked up it was, that when the bride finally got to the floor, they stood there. She threw the bouquet in there, and the first time in 59 years, it hit the floor.
Mm.
From the pastor to everybody in that room went silent. I ain't never seen that. So they're concepts right now. And so I heard him when he said indifferent, but I didn't know what that meant. He was like, I don't know if I want to do the work, have a responsibility, and put. I said, no, man, you've been made for this. You were shaped for this. You were called and formed for this. This is your purpose. Help me out, Dow.
I think that's so true. I think that's all part of the Noema, the plot, plan, and ploy of the enemy that we see in effect to destroy the family, to destroy the family, destroy the community, destroy the state, the nation, etc. And so I think that's why it's important that we have a right definition of what it means to be a man. Because think about it. The question becomes who taught you to be a man? Where did you learn manhood from?
Yeah.
And what happens most of the time, you learn it by default because you have to learn to be a man. You say, no. You were born a male. You born. You don't have to learn. You don't have to learn to be a male. You were born that way. But you have to learn to be a man. Because if you don't learn to be a man, you'll be a grown boy, an old boy, a child. So
at
we have
40,
to learn.
50.
So who taught you to be a man? And if no one specifically taught us, then we caught stuff and we learn things by default.
Yes.
And so we learn many times, and we're not even conscious of it. How did we? If you really think about it, how did you learn manhood? If you didn't, could it be that we're operating off a wrong model, a wrong paradigm? Because in the world, being a man is about status. Your status. That's a man, just the status in the community. Or if it ain't your status about how much sex you can get, man, that's a man. How many knots in the belt? What's your body count?
Yeah.
That's the world. See, how much sex, your body count, or your salary. That's a man. He's banking. He got the whip. He got the salary. Well, if it ain't that, then it's how much swag you got. That's a man. He got swag. He's cool. That's what being a man. It's those things. Oh no, it's his strength. He's buff. He's strong. He's strong physically. He can fight. His stamina. How he can. No. And so if we're not careful, those are images that we can have as a man. And if we have those images, then many times we can have men that are supposed to be at the kingdom that really don't have a blueprint to what it really means to be a kingdom man. And so I think that's what we got to realize. And that's why I always like to go to, we like to call them real men.
Yeah.
If you're gonna what you need to be, what define you, are you reliable?
Come on,
man. Can we count on your word? Are you reliable in your church? Are you reliable at your work? Are you reliable in your community? Can we rely on you? And then what being a man is that my word is bond. I can be counted on, then be reliable, then I'm effective.
Yeah.
Being a man is me being the very best at what I do in my lane. That I gotta own my lane, whatever my lane is, whatever my expertise is. I gotta be excellent on my job and my work, whatever I find my hand to. That's being a man, Dave.
Yeah.
Maximizing my gifts and my talents. And then to eat, I gotta be anointed. Yeah. I need God on my life. I need spirit. I need worship, not just work. I need worship.
Come on, man.
And then that's being a man when you lead.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about a title.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about when you take the initiative
to
be out in front.
Yes.
And show the way.
Yes.
Guide the way.
Come on, man.
And pull them in the way. And that's what we have to do. So I think that's what we have to do is look at to really be a real man and to really, in fact, that starts in our home, in our church.
Yes, sir.
On our jobs. Because, I think King said, or somebody said, the only thing that needs to happen is for evil to prevail, is for good men to do nothing.
That's right.
And many times we have good men, godly men, that are not standing up. And that's why I like to just call them real men. Because if you ain't a real man, you false, fake, phony man. That's like the real, we grew up, let the real Roxanne, what? We want the real Roxanne. The real McCoy. Not just the man. No, that's the real man. Is that Roxanne? No, I want the real Roxanne.
Come on, man. Come on.
I want the real McCoy. What about the McCoy? No, you got to be real. So we need real men in these days with a real man with a blueprint in their hand.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I so love that, Dr. Dowell. That's powerful, man. Thank you for sharing that, too. I think it's so key right now that we need to hear it in like never before, man, particularly for generation's sake. And the idea of just dropping them seeds so that the plans of who we are and who we could be can be real for our life. My second question is going to be this, man. When you look at these idea of relationships, man, it's a lot going on about here, man. What would you say to guys as far as helping them in their relationship with their wife, with their girlfriend? Help me out.
I mean, I think everything, if you really want good relationship, I think the starting point, if we're going to be effective, because what happened is I think everything starts with intentionality. That you got to be intentional. Really, what do you want? If you really want, those that are listening, if you really want good relationship with your wives, or you're in relationship with, thinking about somebody that might be your wives, with your children, whatever, but let's just deal with wives and those type of relationship. It start with intentionality that you really want it. So you say, oh yeah, I really want it. Okay. Then if you're going to really do it, everything that you really build, we're talking about the blueprint. That means we're building something, right? Yeah. So we're going to build this good relationship. Every good building start with a foundation.
Yes, sir.
And many times the foundation is not celebrated. The foundation seems like a slow process. If somebody building a building and you seeing the construction and saying like, man, I don't see nothing going on. Why? Because we got to go down before we go up. And when we see relationships like you, Pastor Mills, been married how many years?
34.
34. See, you got me. We've been married 32.
Come on.
And so, and when you see relationships that have longevity, that's not just a life sentence, but it's a life love.
Come on, man.
We see the success, but many times what happens is, like, I see you in them social media streets, man. I see you in maybe your Jamaica, man. Y'all might be in the Bahamas, man. It's like, man, you're by an island somewhere, you're eating somewhere. What I'm seeing now, I'm seeing the chandelier in your house. I'm seeing the carpet in your marriage house. I'm seeing, look at that roof. Yeah. And so people look at that and they're like, that's what we need. The meals, man, they go every Monday. Look at them. They kissing. Hey, I'm Pastor Day. Hey, I'm Pastor Mill. Hey, and they just got that thing. They teach, they dress alike. They just so compliment. So you're looking at furniture. Why you say that, Pastor Dow? Because what they're standing on, you don't see. And the foundation is commitment.
Yes.
In the foundation of every successful relationship, there got to be commitment. And not just saying I do, but after the I do, commitment is this, Dave, that I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to keep on doing it.
Come on, man. Come on. I mean, whether you feel like it or not, come on.
So this is what they say with athletes, Dave, and men can get this. So no, I'm committed. I wouldn't have married her if I'm not committed. When they're evaluating a football player and they're going to invest time into him, money into him, they want to ask this question. Man, how much do you love the game? How much does he love the game? Is he a gym rat? Is he play basketball? Is he a gym rat? Is he how much you love the game? Like, of course they love the game. They want to play. No, because it's going to take another level beyond the norm than what we require if we're going to have success. And when we get that and we realize, see, we wouldn't talk this. I know I almost failed in the early stage of my marriage, Dave, because I didn't have a blueprint.
Come on.
When I got married, I loved my wife. I was a godly man. She would say, I would say, but I didn't know the level of commitment. What commitment to forgive, to commitment to say I'm sorry, to commitment to close my mouth, the commitment to turn the other cheek, the commitment to grow. It take and when you learn that from the beginning, that foundation, I think, helps you. So I think men need to have that commitment. Then I put something else in the foundation, the blueprint. that you don't see when you're at these places, Dave, and they're celebrating good marriages, and they're saying, see, look at how they open the doors. See, look at how she deferred to him. See, look how that love. And so what happens is we see success, but we don't know the process that's in the foundation. This is a key one. There always need to be continual learning.
Yes.
There has to be continual learning. The Bible says, dwell with your spouse according to knowledge.
Come on, man.
And so I have to put it this way. When I did not have success in the early days of my marriage, and when I struggled in my marriage, what got us over the hump, when I learned, and we both learned, that I had to get a PhD in my wife.
Come on, sir.
Not a bachelor's.
Come on.
Not a master's. Not a D-man, a PhD. And we got some brothers trying to do marriage and relationship, and they ain't got out of middle school. And you trying to do, man, you need a PhD. You still in middle school. You just learning what she like to eat, her favorite color. Man, her favorite color, what she like to eat, her movement. Man, you got to know what bother her, what stress her, what get her down, what when she's quiet, what that means, when she's talkative, what that means, when she's hurting, what does it look like when she's hurting. You got to know her love language. You got to know what her mama went through, her cousins went through, her life traumas, her life triggers. And you got to learn it in her 20s, in her 30s, and then when she get in her 40s. So it's a lifelong learning. And we got brothers hadn't got out of high school. And you wonder why it's failing. And see, in the thing, Dave, you don't talk about that part. See, that's in your foundation. They don't see that when you're like, hey, Pastor Dave, hey, Brother Mills, hey. They don't see like, I live with her. I know her triggers. I know her traumas. I know when to be quiet. I know when to step back. I know when to give her time. I know when to pray. I know what to say. I know what not to say. And this is the genius thing about it. I can't deal with Alicia, my wife, like you deal with Bernadette. Two different individuals. Because what worked for him, that don't work for me. That ain't my wife's love language.
That's it. That's it.
And so I said enough, Dave, but man, it's the foundation. If we're going to be successful.
I so love everything you said, man. I think it was so much wisdom in all of it, man. I think that foundation piece is incredible. I think that commitment piece is incredible. I think the ideal of realizing that you got to continue to learn is phenomenal. I say it this way, Dowell. The Bible says, he that findeth a wife finds a good thing. The only issue is you got to find her every year. You don't get you found her at the altar, but did you find her the year after? Then will you find her the year after? Because she ain't the same woman you marry. You got to find out who is this now and what season that you're in. And that takes the ideal of putting some really work in that. I told somebody I'm in the 34th chapter of Bernadette. You know what I'm saying? We've been married 34 years, brother. You know, this is the next chapter. Now I'm learning and still growing and still learning and still love, but still the ideal of effort. It's still the ideal of work. It's still investment. It's still, because I tell them all the time, you don't get the one you want. You get the one you work for.
That's in the foundation, and we don't see the foundation. We don't. How many people celebrate a foundation?
Come on.
You don't go in a house and say, jump up and down and say, man, this is a good foundation. Man, we looking at chandeliers. I want to talk about that trip y'all just took, Dave.
Come on, man.
I want to talk about how y'all dress alike.
Come on.
Hey, y'all, I like the way way y'all do the pie and you cut the pie. I like the way y'all snuggle. I like the way she take the towel when your hair is sweating. She do that. I like the way he opened the door for Bernadette. I like how he's so soft and tiny. See, that's furniture.
Yeah, it is.
Needed.
Yeah, all of it.
But
all
that
of
foundation, though.
Yeah, but that can't be the bedrock because those things can shift. All right. So the other side. Those things are movable. We can move them around, but you can't move that foundation, brother.
And then look at this day too. Not only you got to study and know them, you got to know yourself.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah,
see, meaning that, man, do you know what you want? Do you know where you're going? Do you know do you know your triggers?
Come on, man.
So if you're going to be a man and lead, do I know my triggers so I can teach her how to love me?
And that's
can I teach her what I need? So I got to know what I need. Can I express that to her? To what my needs are? Yeah. What I'm going through, my process. This is how I need you to show up in my life. And then now this is the thing about it, what they continue learning, what we've learned through it. Now that I'm learning what I need, then I realize sometimes what I need, what she need, man, we can't do this on our own. We need a third eye. We need counsel. I need somebody with an outside perspective to help come in and help be translator and mediator.
Come on, man. And we all need it. And we all need it. And I think that's the humility of real leadership and unity, is being able to be able to say that we need it. We all need a counsel. We all need wisdom. We all need all the help that we can. And that produces that safety in our relationship and intimacy. Help me with this area too, Dad. I think as men, man, we need to know this area, man, of what to do, man, when it comes to the blueprint, when it comes to finances. How did you learn about finances, man?
How did I learn? I learned from books. If you would call it, people be from mentors, whether they were mentors from books, mentors from TV, mentors from podcasts, because I'm still learning.
Oh, yeah.
Some fall away, some up, and then from Kingdom. So I learned about finances from mentors. And then again, there's an intentionality to it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and that's the part I want to learn, that I had to intentionally learn, because as a child, I didn't grow up working in the store with Papa.
Come on.
So I didn't grow up seeing entrepreneurship. I didn't grow up with learning about money and how money works. I didn't grow up with all those things.
Right.
And so when I became an adult, when I got into the kingdom, first thing I learned that gave me a good foundation, I always had a desire to give. When I first got saved, I wanted to give. I went in the military right after high school, and the first thing I wanted to do is send some money to them children. They used to have them commercials back in the early 80s, you know what I mean? Feed the children.
Oh yeah.
I got an allotment. First I want to give, send mama some money. So I learned from kingdom men, and that accentuated to be a giver.
Yeah.
To my tithe and giving to God. That set a foundation for God to bless the work of my hand.
Yes, sir.
Not just for me to bless the hand, but I got that foundation to give and always put God first. So that's the first thing I learned, that from kingdom men.
Yeah.
But then I learned from other men like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I learned about you're making money, your money working for you, passive income, different money streams. I learned from things like that. So then I began to learn about the compound interest. How did the earlier you begin to save? I learned about from Dave Ramsey. I learned from a Dave Ramsey the how cash is king.
Yeah.
And how how debt can put a stranglehold, and how to do the snowball principle, how to start with the emergency fund, and to get out of debt. And so I learned these principles. Now, all of them I could not work. This is the key thing.
Yeah.
I could not work them all in certain stages and seasons of my life.
Come on, man.
But because I got the knowledge, what I found out is that I didn't fumble certain seasons in my life because I had knowledge. Meaning that I knew the power of saving, spending. And so because I got the knowledge, I didn't waste money in certain seasons of my life because I got knowledge in other seasons. So what I want to encourage men, you want to get to learning, even though like, well, I want to go to this seminar now. I don't have that kind of money. Because when you get it, you'll know what to do with it when you get it.
That's it.
And then you'll learn different ways to get it. I began to expand my mind. And so I learned from other men how to not just make money. So you got to learn. This is the key thing. You've heard it said before. Your earning is found in your learning.
That's it, man.
So if you want to increase your earning, increase your learning. And how to what? Increase your learning and how to make money.
Yeah.
No, see, there's levels to this.
Yes, sir.
There really are levels. So now I learned about are you using all of your gifts?
Come on.
Are you not just string? Are you using your gifts to bring different streams? Do you know how to stack them? Do you know how to make one read into the other? So you got to learn about making money from your gifts, your talents, your expertise, and maximize that. Then you got to learn how to make it. You got to learn how to multiply it. How do I turn this over? And so you got to learn strategies of multiplying your money, strategies of managing it.
Oh yeah.
So the tax man don't get all of it.
Yeah.
Is it best to pay off my house now? Should I do this? And so I learned it from books, from
Yeah.
seminars, and still
Yeah.
learning, Dave. And
Oh
so
yeah. Oh yeah.
and questioning and with people. And let me tell you this too: being around people, some things really are caught and not just taught. Well, you not that monkey see, monkey do, not that you copy a counterfeit, but a certain spirit to get on you when you begin to get around people, then you realize, you know what? I'm living beneath my kingdom privileges.
Mm,
And my mindset has
mm,
got me limited. That
mm.
that car can be increased. Why? Because my mindset is limiting me. I'm thinking too small.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I've limited myself. And so I in a nutshell, Dave, I learned it in a variety of ways, but the key thing, men got to be intentional. You got to learn how to manage it, make it, multiply it, and master it so it won't master you. And
I
if you
so love
learn those things and implement them, it'll work for you. The principles will work.
I so love that Dow, and I think it's so powerful. And the reason I'm saying this is because many times people say, "Well, I don't know." Well, you just gave them how to know. You got the books, you got the insights, you went to the classes, you went to seminars, you went to podcasts, and there's so much information out here now. You can get it from anywhere. But I love, like you said, you had to intentionally learn it. I'm the same way. I came out of poverty. We came out of, single parent home, poverty, and that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean it had to come out of me. You know what I mean? And it means that we have to learn something and change my mind and the idea of what it is. Like you said, understanding what it is, and messed up a whole lot in the front. I messed it up because I just didn't know anything. I messed up because she was like, "Here, you take it." I said, "No, you take it." We came from the project. We ain't had, neither one of us had nothing, and so we were like, "No, you take it." But then we had to learn to sit down and walk through it, read books, pick it up, pick up the same books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, learn from somebody else, go to a conference, find out what it was, like you said, find out the idea of what tithing and giving was, how we always have open heaven no matter what's going on, and then be able to give that way. Then made it sow. You can speak sow and learn what that was, how that could reap. Then the idea of finding out, all right, how do you create those streams of income? Why do you only have one income when you could have 6 or 7 of them? Then the dominion was created with 4 streams. Why you don't even have 4 streams? And so we don't even have dominion until we get at least 4 going. That was Eden. He had 4 rivers coming in. So I got to have 4 of them coming in just for the start. But then you can build on that. And you can build on business and learn the investment piece and learn stocks and learn crypto and learn. You could have, it's so much that, but like you said, if you don't learn it, you're gonna be limited.
Yeah, and it's all your earnings, you're learning. And let me help people in a practical way. What you want to first do, how you can distinguish what to learn is so much out there. When it comes to the first level, you got to learn how to make money. And so you want to get programs and teachings that's going to teach you different ways that you can make money. That's not just teaching you just their way. You want to
Yeah.
learn the principles of it.
Yeah.
And a big part of it, when you see most people who are making it money, they're in their gifting, they're in their purpose. You got to find your lane, because everybody see the basketball player said make it playing basketball. The golf guy said the golf. No, the other guy said no, man. I just cut grass, man. I'm a millionaire from cutting grass. Then the other person said no, I'm a social media influencer. I just post 3 times a day. And then somebody else said no, I flip houses. So the key thing is you got to find your purpose, and that's where being in tap with God and your walk with God. So He show you your purpose in your lane. Then once
Yes.
you get in your purpose in your lane, now you can dominate. You can have dominion in your lane. And
I
this is
so
the other
love
thing
that.
about when you get in your purpose, you want to make money from your purpose in your lane. So the goal is don't chase paper, chase purpose, and you'll find paper.
Yes. I want you to say it for the people in the back, bro.
Chase purpose, not paper. Because if you go after purpose, you'll find paper. Why? If
Yes.
I get in my zone, what
Mm,
happens is, Dave, is now my work that I do is no longer just work. Now it becomes a labor of love. In the
yes.
military, we call it this way. As an ex-army guy, they call it being a dirty boot soldier. Meaning that it's the person who's like, man, it's time to shut down. You still working. It's like you still in the gym. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, Why are you doing so much? You're overdoing it. Because this not work. It's a labor of love.
Yes.
So now you're going to have the advantage to outwork other people. Because now you're in passion and purpose, not just about money. So you don't follow just the trend. So if you get in your purpose, you're going to, why? Now, Dave, my learning, that it's not a grind like, oh, I got to study. It's like, no, it's a joy. I got to tell myself, you need to get some rest. Go to sleep. You go to sleep reading. You go to sleep podcasting. Why? Because you're learning in your gift zone, your grace zone, your main zone that have called you to reach your end zone. Some people have a hard time learning, Dave, because they ain't in their purpose, because there's so many myriad of ways to make money. Then after you make it, as you're doing that at the same time, learn to manage it, because many times we're wasting our money on trying to impress people with things, and we're seeing people on Instagram and we're trying to impress people with things. That car that they're taking a picture is not always their car.
Come on now. Come on. They rented that.
So we got to learn how to properly manage the money that we have.
So good, man. So good. And I think that piece about purpose is so powerful, because I think people don't realize is that most of your inheritance is in your gift. And if you don't know what their gift is, it's a Proverbs that always scares me, man. It says this, it says, to him whose gift is precious unto him, whichever way he turn it, he will prosper. Good, cookamucka. I read that thing. I was like, now, wait a minute. And but I saw it too, because the Lord showed it to me through like Bishop Jakes. He got one gift, teaching, but he teaches on Sundays, teaches on screens, teaches in books, teaches, and all he's doing is turning the gift. Come on. He said, but it's precious to him. That's the part I missed, because it said to him whose gift is precious to him. Most people devalue their own gift, so they don't have the value of stuff in their life. So it's learning to value that thing, like you said, make it work for you, making the money work for you so that you don't have to work. I think your talent should work for you. Your gift would work for you. Your calling should work for you. I think your mind should work for you. I think your money should work for you, to the point that you ain't got to work no more. All right.
That's it.
I want all of them to work. I don't want to work. Brother put it this way. He said he learned finances so good. He had a team. I said, what was your team? He said, my team. You want to hear my 5 team? My starting 5. I said, who are they? He said, Washington, Jackson, Benjamin. He said, Grant. He says, that's my starting 5. They work for me. And he says, listen, I want the dead presidents to work for me.
Wow. And
it's a different, like you said, a different mindset in the idea of how we think about it and how we grow and learn. But them books and learning them. Last thing I'm asking you, man, is this leadership. When it comes to leadership, what is leadership, and then how do you operate in it?
What is leadership? I define leadership as, it's not about titles. It's not about positions. That's what it's not. Leadership, again, one word I believe we have to always remember is intentionality. Because if we don't do things with intentionality, then it's accidental and it's not repeatable. See, people who don't operate with intentionality, there's some timing. There's not consistency, because you just so happen to make it work then.
Yeah.
But if you are intentional in every dimension, you can repeat the process.
Yes.
I've done it. There's a method to this. It was an intentionality. You just didn't stumble into it. It was intentional. So leadership is the intentional interaction between people to influence their attitudes, their beliefs, and their decisions. It's the intentional interaction with others to influence their attitudes. That's a leader.
Oh yeah.
I'm an intentionally.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna interact. Yeah. So there's an interaction in different modes.
Yeah.
Verbal, written, whatever. I'm gonna interact with people. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta do people. Yeah. I don't do people. You can't lead. I don't do people.
Come on, man.
So now my interaction is what? I want to influence your attitude.
Yeah.
Your way of thinking, your mode. I want to influence your attitude about God, your attitude about this job, about this mission, about this project, about me. I want to intentionally, I want to influence your attitude.
Yes.
Then I want to influence also not only your attitude, your beliefs.
Yeah.
I want to use my interaction with you that I'm influencing what you believe about God, what you believe about this vision, what you believe about this project, what you believe about me, what you believe about us.
Yeah.
Then your decisions. I want to interact that I want to influence your decisions that you make, that you're about to make. That's leadership. Now, let me add this defining on it. So it's an intentional interaction with others to influence their attitudes, their beliefs, their decision. But what we don't want just leadership. We want godly leadership or kingdom leadership. Because if we use that process, Dave, and my intentional interaction to influence their attitude, beliefs, and decision, if it's to benefit me, it's narcissism and it's evil leadership. It's not godly leadership. If it's to benefit me, that's manipulation. Because now I'm doing it. I'm influencing you to benefit me.
Yeah.
But it's kingdom leadership if my interaction is to help lead you in a way that leads you closer to God, that benefits you in your walk with God, or it benefits you. Now, if I happen to benefit as well, that's a win-win. It's still kingdom. You benefit, I benefit, but it also benefits you.
Yes.
And it benefits the kingdom. Now, if it just benefits me, it's manipulation. But if it benefits both of us, that's leadership. It's not titles, not position, because many people don't find they don't find leadership because they don't properly define. See, the thing that you never properly define, you'll never find because you're looking for it and you don't know what you're looking for because you didn't define it the right way. And so now everything I do, Dave, if I'm gonna be a leader, how it shows up, every move I make, it has to be a leadership intentionality in it. That I want to influence their attitude. What attitude? I want them to have a great day. So when I go before the cash register, I'm not following the tone. We set the tone.
Yes.
They go in the bed. They're not being nice to us. You know what? I'm lead. I set the tone. How y'all doing? Praise the Lord. Good. How you doing today? See, I'm leading. Attitudes, beliefs, decisions, and sometimes what they believe about you. And so sometimes we're derelict in our leading because we can let other people define us because we didn't lead, we didn't define ourselves. We didn't intentionally make sure people, I want to intentionally want you to know what I want you to believe about me. This is who I am. So it's how we show up. I get excited about leadership because leadership is so important. It's everything.
I know you do. That's why we asked you to be on here. I want to make sure that people get that though. The intentional leadership, and when it's kingdom leadership, and when it's selfish leadership, and the ideal of what that is, and like you said, affecting decisions and the outcomes and the ideal of their life, and making sure that we lead that in the ideal and being the initiator of that as a leader.
Let me say this last quick thing, Dave. I got this from my man John Maxwell. He's a leadership mentor. You know, the grandfather that woke up leadership in me. That's why it's important that we get around people like you. We get in the blueprint, we get in the right room because it woke up leadership in me 30 some years ago. It's this. Everything rise and fall on leadership.
That's it.
Show me a problem, Dave, that things are not working. I'll show you where there's a leadership problem. And because I'm the leader in my home, in my church, if things are not working, the buck stops with me. But you're not in the back room with the kids. You wasn't in there, but I'm responsible
for who is.
Did I impact your leadership, the decision, the attitude? And when we learn that and we take that responsibility and realize that we're always responsible, that's being a real man.
Come on, man.
And now we can affect change because we realized we owned it. We took accountability. We didn't say that woman, my wife, he ain't good because my wife. How many men of God said the reason my church not growing or my church is not making an impact because there's a stronghold? Man, everybody say that. The stronghold in my city. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a stronghold. Man, everybody got a stronghold. You don't know my wife. We got, man, everybody deal with it. It's common. We just got to watch this. I got to grow in my leadership.
Yes.
So I got to
And
get around
that means we got to learn how to grow us.
And that's it.
Come on, man. And I so love that, man. The idea of that, taking the lead and being the leader, being responsible and able to be able to respond to the things in our life. I think is, like you said, being an example, influencing, impacting, building people, giving them outlets, expanding them experiences, and giving exposures that will make them better. Figuring out what they want, how to bring their vision to pass while you're bringing yours to pass. Letting them know that we care more than what we want. You know what I mean? It's the idea of valuing the person more than the mission, and the idea of saying we can celebrate them in the process and understand that they can be buy in. Why? I bought into their vision before they ever bought into mine. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you, how did your son do in that test? What test? Last week he had a test. How'd you know? Yeah, because I want to see your vision come to pass too. I want to see your marriage come to pass. I want to see your finances come to pass. I want you to be able to be that. And that's part of saying that they don't want to even know how much we know. They want to know whether we care. You know what I mean? And if we do, it begins to shift things in the ideal of that. Man, thank you for
Let me say this, Dave, if I can, real quick. I want to challenge those that are watching here. The key is this: you back to intentionality and knowing purpose. Mm-hmm. Do you know the area of leadership that you're supposed to lead in?
Come on.
Because there's a natural oil that's already flowing in your lane. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we're trying to lead in a lane that we weren't called to lead in, and there's no oil flowing. Mm-mm. And so we got to know, what area am I called to lead in? Man, and when we learn the area we're called to lead in, the oil flows. I got men in my church. Some men, they like rallying men, doing things with men. Man, when they do that, the oil flow.
Yes.
We have about 10 men now that are on a trip to Arizona. You probably heard of the man camp thing.
Okay.
You have the man camp.
Yeah.
That we got about 10 men, because we got brothers that leading in that area, have a passion for men to have those experiences. Yeah. And so because they lead in it, it float. We organize it, we plan it, we influence people's attitudes. We got another brother passionate about marriage, and we have a book club. And so we have a book club that get around, and it's flourishing and growing. Why? That's the area. So we got to find our area. And when we find that area, there's a natural oil that flow. And now you can grow yourself, grow others. And as you lead, you will succeed.
That's
the reason that you don't have the success that you want, because you're not leading the way God called you to lead.
Wow.
You're following too much. You're following. You are a consumer and not a producer. Because leaders produce.
Yes.
Leaders have others follow them. Follow me as I follow Christ. Who's following you? And where are you taking them? What are you producing? Leaders produce. Leaders just don't consume. What area? You might not be called to produce a podcast, but maybe when you find out what you are called to produce, that's when the oil will flow.
Come on.
Purpose will flow.
Come on.
People will flow. Process will flow, and money will flow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. Dr. Dowell, you blessed us today, man. All right, you poured into us today in a major way. Thank you so much, man. You definitely gave us the tools and equipment to build with from the blueprint. I salute you, man. I honor you, man. Thank you for your wisdom. Again, he is none other than the pastor of New Life Church in Lawton, Oklahoma. He is also the father, author, professor, and life coach of brilliant coaching. He is also that. All of those things is just some of the things that Dr. Robert Dowell is. And so I'm thankful, man, to call you friend. Thank you for calling your brother, man. I love you. Appreciate you, man. Honor who you are. Thank you for giving the tools and equipment to build a life that's built on the blueprint. I appreciate you, man. And thank you again for this time. Again, you guys can catch this on the Ideal of YouTube. Matter of fact, hit that subscribe button down the bottom, and you'll catch it every time it comes out, every other week. An incredible leader speaks life, give you wisdom, give you tools, give you equipment to build a life from a blueprint. I pray you be encouraged, you be strengthened, and we talk to you soon. Bye-bye.